Good afternoon, everyone. We have some participants. Let's wait for more people to come. Start the presentation shortly. Here, let me Here, let's wait for a couple more people might come. Yeah, I think we are ready to start. A couple, some other people join your course, I believe, because it depends on the time zones. People could join from the UK, from the overseas, from other regions of our world. So let me a little bit present myself. My name is Evgeny Pavlov. I'm the Managing Director and OIC Immigration Advisor at Mann Solutions. Today, we're going to talk about UK representative visa and the current program overview and the trends in 2022. In specifics, so we will discuss today about visa itself, visa requirements, representative visa eligibility, business plan preparation and what needs to be stated in a business plan, legal case work and documents preparation, which is quite important, and what to do next once a visa is granted, what to do in the UK, what's the next steps. Also, pathway to the extension of the visa and pathway to the settlement, because as you may all know, in order to get the British passport, settlement, this is required further steps for the extension. And obviously about Mann Solutions, we'll talk who we are, what we do. Because initial point to start, it's about sole representative visa. Sole representative visa, it's a specific category of the visa with the only main purpose to open the branch or subsidiary of overseas company in the UK. So it could be a registered branch, which is not very often happens. In most of the cases, it's registered owned subsidiary of the UK business, business in the UK. Sorry. Also, I would like to highlight that UK sole representative visa rules changed. Also, Home Office or UK government changed rules in summer 2020, and it made it more difficult in terms of they implemented genuineness test. They highlighted points where it's very complex to apply as a overseas family business, where the shareholders are your family members, and so on and so forth. They restricted points where a business arranged, for instance, and run in Dubai, United Emirates, and where the applicant has another shareholder, so it needs to be shown and proven that the shareholder is not actually sleeping partner and local partner, it's actual shareholder. So this difficulty and complex situations appear for sole representative visa, but nevertheless, it's still one of the most popular visas because overseas businesses, when they reach a certain point of success locally, they would like to expand, and the UK is the one of the best destinations to expand the national business. Let's look at the requirements of the sole representative visa. Requirements at a glance, it's quite straightforward. Applicant must be 18 years old or older. It's obvious. Then applicant must have a English language requirements equal to 4.5 life skills. IELTS life skills squared, not that difficult exam. 4.5 score. Life skills, it means applicant can cover only 2 sections and pass 2 sections, such as uh, listening and speaking. There is no writing or reading required, so which is more difficult section of the IELTS exam. So this is a bit more smoother. Or obviously English degree, if it's applicant has an English degree, is straightforward. Also, and the most important is to provide that the applicant employed uh, in a senior position of overseas company. So this is the critical to show there's a lot of documents required to prove it and lots of evidence. Uh, then applicant must provide that they have enough personal funds to support themselves and the family. And then applicant must provide the business plan and other documents of the overseas company to open a branch. So this is common sense because with intention to open business bank account, with intention to open the business in the UK, applicant must provide a certain documents. Uh, let's talk about dependents. In terms of dependents, husband, wife, civil partner, or married partner, if they prove that been living together for 2 years, they can apply as dependents. Children under 18 years old, and if they're currently in UK, they can be applied, and 18 and older as well, it's possible. So if we talk about sole representative visa eligibility, mm, then where we can look into 2 sections. So sole representative visa can be divided in 2 subcategories. It's where media representative, where an employee overseas newspaper, news agency, broadcasting organization posted by the employer here in the UK. And another section is sole representative visa, which is in 90% of the case, where a senior employee of an active and trading overseas business establishing an operating branch in the UK, right? Overseas media company can have more than 1 media representative in UK at the same time, but sole representative, not. Also, the crucial part, the business must have an intent to continue to have headquarters outside of UK. This is the most important part. Lots of clients asking, what if I apply for sole representative visa and my overseas representative company sold to someone else and they change their mind, they're going to close UK branch, or it went bankrupt, and so on and so forth. Yes, unfortunately, this is the rules. It's going to be very difficult, close to impossible to do extension of the visa because it's one of the requirements. So headquarters and principal place of the business must be outside of UK and still operating in operation. Let's talk about eligibility. In terms of eligibility, it's quite complex because it's required a lot of evidence that a person has been recruited and employed outside of UK. Yes, you ask us, and a lot of clients asking us how the person can be recruited and employed if, for example, they met mm, somewhere else in the UK, so on and so forth. Yeah, this could be a big issue due to the fact that Home Office will may go for the interview with the applicant and ask how you've been recruited, with whom reference, and so on and so forth. So it has to be clear that recruitment must be outside of UK, not in the UK. And also, person must intend to work full time as a representative only. So it's the applicant is restricted from the point of what they can do, what they cannot do, in regards of the operations in UK in regards of the visa. For instance, they cannot work for someone else, right? They cannot open the company, they cannot operate on the other company. They can be employed only as direct and only for this company as a representative. Let's talk a bit about genuine test and what's been introduced more than 2 years ago, but still has a complex effect. So genuine test, it's technically the rule which allows to UK government caseworker or decision maker to refuse the applicant if they believe the applicant is not genuine. What could be a not genuine applicant? For instance, applicant get the job yesterday and apply after 2 weeks for the visa. Yeah, on this occasion, if applicant provided extensive documents proven that they know the employer, they went through the detailed, in nutshell, job interview, and he was trained in an overseas company, for example, for a week or so, and then he or she has extensive experience to open the branches overseas, then they might pass genuineness test. However, this could be different situations where genuineness test a few applicants might not pass. So it has to be assessed very carefully, and genuineness test is crucial, right? And this allows UK government caseworkers to scrutinize the case heavily, and that's why when we discuss with our clients, we're making sure that they've been employed in the right time, they receive the salary, they have evidence of it. If they another case, it's which we return later on, but I would like to highlight here. For instance, if we simply dilute the shares and sold the shares from 50% to 49%, or from 70% to 50%. If you dilute shares and you found a partner, they need to provide evidence that why you sold the shares. Yes, we will talk about the requirements from the company perspective. We'll mention it now. But why dilute shares? What happened before? So it's all about for the genuineness test. Also, in regards of the requirements of the visa, and certainly the company, in the guidelines does not state it, what turnover of the company must be, what is the income of the company, overseas company must be. What about the shares? Yes, it's mentioned. In regards of the shares, applicant cannot hold more than 50% shares of the company in total. So it means the applicant and his or her direct family member. Who's direct family member? It's children, it's wife, husband. So we want to make sure that when we are assessing the potential client, that they are holding shares not more than 50% for at least 6 months prior of submitting online application form. for sole representative visa. Why it's so? Because it provides a genuineness of the applicant to intend to do the business. It provides the evidence of it. However, we also look into the who they sell the shares. Is it family member, extended family member? Is it a local partner? Is it ex-director of the company? Could be. So we're looking at this carefully and assessing, and then we can only take client on a board, because sole representative visa doesn't have a huge rate of refusal, but however, lots of our we see a lot of refusals, specifically from the clients, clients coming to us who already had a bad experience, and coming to us, for instance, from overseas, from UAE and other countries, with refusal and say, look, please help me, I get refusal, so on and so forth. But because there was not scrutinized at the first stage, and they didn't have enough evidence of genuineness, we can see there is some more people attending. Great. So we'll talk now about business plan. We'll talk about a company itself, what's the turnover must be in the overseas company in terms of requirements, and we'll talk about business plan in terms of capital, so on and so forth. It's you have to understand that the UK government cannot state clearly what's the turnover like must be of overseas company prior of application, or profits overseas company. Why? Because it's all depends on the business and the industry. So we suggesting that we can look into the clients who has a 150 to 100,000 pound annual turnover at least, and the profits at least 50,000 pounds of the overseas company. Why it's so? Because once you look at the financials, the main question is what is the capital must be invested in the UK, and the capital amount which must be invested in UK is going to be invested by overseas headquarter company. How it's going to be invested? Based on the profits received from previous years. We need to look at the profits received of overseas company from previous years, and we need to look at the industry and suggest from point of how much require the capital. Applicant knows anyway, so, and then they're assessing, all right. So for instance, if it's a company who is operating and would like to open subsidiary in the marketing industry, or in a good supply, or in a trading, is different. It could be from 30,000 pound to 200,000 pound capital required. So then this money must be available, first of all, in an overseas company's business bank account. Second of all, showing in financial statements that it was profit made and the reserve accumulated in overseas company. So it's all interrelated between the overseas company and the UK subsidiary and the business plan. So that's why the business plan preparation main criteria is the capital to be invested, how much, right? And as I said, it's we suggest from 30,000 pound and above. Could be 50, could be 100. It depends on the industry. We discuss in this individually with each client based on the industry, and based on the company performance as well, the overseas company performance. Second is detailed list of activities of the branch or subsidiary. So, and we need to bear in mind that the activities of the branch and subsidiary must be identical with the overseas company. So if overseas company sells the goods, for instance, specifically equipment, right, then UK company must sell equipment. They cannot provide other services unless these other services state in the business plan, and unless it's they're under the TS code of overseas company. Also, and the one of the main criteria of the business plan, which is obviously a lot of them, but this is what the Home Office look at: personnel, their expertise. Who are the applicants? What's their background? What they experience? Is it industry experience, or he or she is new? Do they have a managerial experience? Do they have a experience of opening local branches, national branches, uh, so on and so forth? So this is the trigger point of the business plan preparation. As I said, business plan usually it's from 30 to 50 pages, which covers market research, analysis, SWOT analysis, sometimes pest analysis. Then it covers industry overview, covers sales and marketing strategy, and then obviously it covers all financials from 3 to 5 years forecast. So financials is a half of the business plan, because once you describe in a nutshell how you made sale and total cost per one unit, then you need to spread it through the whole period and through the whole number of units or number of services you provide. We prepare business plan by our business team within usually 1 week to get the whole information, within 2 weeks to get the first draft, and finalizing within 3 5 days the business plan. So which is in total 2 3 weeks. This is regular process for our business team, and we doing quite successfully. So in regards of the business plan, of course, the applicant in a heavy collaboration with our business plan writer and with us uh, to understand actually uh, what is this about, what type of services, what's the market research. So the applicant must be fully aware. Yes, applicant provide the whole information, but summary and all expertise coming from the applicant and coming from the business plan writer. So the interview, and I would say about 25 to 30% of our applicants, they are attending the interview and they invited for the interview. And in the interview, uh, if it's so, we obviously provide the Q&A, so we provide the approximate questions which are going to be asked, and the applicant can just prepare for the situations, and applicant can just explain in details, in a nutshell, to home office how he get or she get the services from whom, what they do for the work, and what they're going to do for the business in UK. So this is crucial to understand. Then it's majority of information in its in business plan. Some other information is obviously in the documents prepared and provided by the applicant to us. Let's talk about legal casework and documents preparation. So I think it's crucial points here to discuss, and I separated, as you can see, so detailed casework, cost and duration process. I separated detailed list of documents for the applicant and for the employer, for the company. Why is different? Because you'll see now the differentiation and the responsibilities are different, and lots of potential clients asking us, okay, please send me list of documents. I said, we cannot send you list of documents unless if it is tailored specifically for you. We can send you basic template. So here we try to provide basic template, but maybe some additional tips I'll explain as well, which might help you. If you go for the detailed casework process, how we collecting business plan from business plan writer when it's done, and the client is happy, client understood the business plan, client understood the details of it. So we collecting this. At the same time, we preparing other documents. Once the business plan is working and doing preparation, we collecting other and preparing other documents and supporting with the templates of the specific documents to the client. This is crucial to understand. Why? Because of the on this occasion, not every document is standard. For example, and you will see further when we need to notary documents, notarize documents from the employer and so on and so forth. You will see that you're not going to be able to find online or in the guidelines of the sole representative visa. So we just have expertise and experience of doing so. We work on more than 5 years to sort of the visa. Third one, once we collect all documents, business plan is there, client is happy, I'm happy, and our legal casework is happy in terms of the case. Happy, it means that making sure that all documents the provided, making sure that deadlines committed as well. So, and the third one, we provide legal representation letter, right, and online visa application form as well. So we will draft the online visa application form, and we will draft legal representation letter. What is legal representation letter? It's a Mann Solutions representation letter, which is explaining to the client and to the UK government specifically, who is going to read this, why the applicant must get the visa, what are the requirements by law we pass, which type of documents attached online, which documents we uploaded. So this is crucial part as well. For online application form, we will fill in the online application form, and then we simply helping in regards of the submitting online application form, and we do all documents, uploading all documents, right? Because it's technical issue, and we want to make sure documents are uploaded correctly, so on and so forth. Then we redirect it to another um, um, provider, visa provider, to book the visa appointment, and the client and applicant are going to attend the visa appointment and provide the biometrics, fingerprints, and take a picture. And obviously, within 30 days, we receive a decision from the Home Office for the sole representative visa. Let's talk about the cost and how much needs to be paid, so on and so forth. So in regards of the cost, so first is Home Office fees, £610 for each applicant, that paid at the time of submission on application form. And the second is immigration health surcharge, IHS, which is calculated for particular this visa, which is visa going to be granted for 3 years. So then it will be calculated for 3 years, so 1,872. Yes, if it's immigration health surcharge for the children, then it's going to be different fees, right? So it's going to be cheaper calculated fees for 3 years. And if we talk about detailed list of documents, so it's obviously for the applicant, it's obviously current passport and previous passports. It is passports of dependents, birth certificate, marriage certificate, if any, personal bank statements showing that there's enough money for the maintenance. How much money for the maintenance required? Usually we making sure that the applicant has a from £5,000 maintenance and above, to be on the safe side. English language certificate required as well, with the proof of the IELTS or English degree. And obviously the CV and education and the professional certificates is very important to have. Also, the current employment agreement with the company and pay slips of salary proof. This is pretty much enough for the applicant, but from the point of the employer, this is the more complex, more detailed information required, right? So in regards of the employer, notarized letter of intention from the parent company required, right? So this is what I said, this template we will provide to you. But then evidence of company registration, evidence of company headquarters, so could be office rent, could be warehouse, title deed, so on and so forth. Annual company accounts or financial statements for the last, usually we ask for the last 2 years. Parent company business bank account statement, which we usually ask for the last 12 months in details. And company hierarchy, right? So it's obvious in regards of the hierarchy that we want to see a show to the home office. It's a genuine company. They have enough employees overseas. They're running, and we have to explain how the director of such a company going to go further and to be, relocated to the UK, and who's going to manage directorship, and who's going to be CEO of the company back home. We have to explain this. Also, business and marketing details of the parent company. So it is a marketing presentation, website, reviews, other evidence of the parent company as well that it exists. Then obviously business plan, evidence of planned future activity in the UK. It's a reference letters from the potential clients, potential business partners in UK. We need to show the evidence that the company is ready for execution in UK. It has a relevant contact in UK. This is the main point. Then obviously contract of employment for proposed senior representative. Yes, there's a contract of employment, current contract of employment, but it's not enough. We have a specific templates for the contract of employment for proposed person. It means when a person relocating to the UK, there has to be different salary agreed, and so on and so forth. We providing these documents also, and the last but not the least, a job description for the proposed senior representative. We are helping with this as well. Templates, but template is only overview. The applicant and the company employer must decide which job description, which job duties they're going to implement exactly, and how they're going to support the clients, how they're going to get the reports, right? From the point of the once successfully visa granted, what to do next, right? Next steps in UK. Lots of clients are asking us, what shall I do? What's the next step? And they're missing out the main priority steps. First of all, it's a meet immigration lawyer and discuss how we're going to successfully do extension after 3 years. Second, it is rent or buy accommodation, right? Why you need to rent or buy accommodation? Because it leads to provide all these documents to the police, to the bank, and so on and so forth. So then you're collecting BRP card at the post office. BRP card is actual physical card, and then successfully going and register with the local police if it's a requirement, because for some nationalities it's not required. So we can discuss with us and assess whether you're required to go to local police station or no. After this, once person has a clear understanding of what's happening, have a accommodation, register with police, collect the visa, then they're going open, and they're allowed to do it, open personal bank account. Once they open personal bank account, then they can meet accountant and discuss how to set up the business on a sole representative visa, how to open business bank account, how to register company, and what to do in terms of finance. And the accountant advise them, then you go for the open bank account and register finally UK subsidiary company. During the 3 years time, there is a critical points that client and applicant must follow, such as set up and fully operate a UK subsidiary, then invest capital as per business plan into the subsidiary, so it's a crucial part. Lots of clients asking when I can invest and so on and so forth. Yes, you have to invest at least within 1 or 2 months once you relocate to the UK. So it's crucial. Then provide the same services and sell the same goods or produce the same goods as per the CS code of the overseas company. As a business activities overseas company, it's crucial to match them. and obviously receive the director salary, and in order to support your self-dependent, so you have to receive the salary, because lots of applicants say, okay, what if I paid by the overseas company and this, that? No, it must be clear that you're director of a UK company, subsidiary, and you as a director receiving salary in the UK, and you making sure that you cover your personal expenses to live in the UK, and cover the dependent as well. In terms of the pathway to the UK settlement in 5 years, it's pretty much similar to the extension. However, uh, the applicant already submitted the capital, and the applicant obviously already provide all information as a setup subsidiary, so on and so forth. It's done at the during the first 3 years. So the only needed to here to receive the salary as its own, run the business, okay, run the subsidiary, and provide the services, the same services. So whether the headquarter company should be exist or can be not exist, no, the headquarter company during the 5 years of self-represented visa must be in operations. It's critical to understand. Lots of clients asking us about it, and you have to follow this advice. Let's talk a little bit and talk about Mann Solutions, so who we are and what we actually do on the market. Mann has over 10 years of combined experience. So our legal team, our private clients team, and we provide services to the private clients specifically on managing UK immigration and immigration by investment affairs of the private clients, their families. We work with the high net worth individuals, ultra high net worth individuals, and obviously working with the business partners such as private banks and family office worldwide. Uh, Specifically, if you talk about the services, we cover three type of services. It's UK visa and immigration. We have a license to provide such a services. It's the OIC license. Then we provide residency and citizenship solutions, which we cover more than 20 programs, such as Cyprus, Malta, Ireland, US, Australia, Thailand, Turkey, Caribbeans, Portugal, and other countries, Spain. And then we provide property solution, as it's one of the requirements to obtain residency by investment or citizenship by investments to purchase the property. So then is we do exactly this type of services. As I mentioned before, we are licensed by OIC, which is allow us to operate and provide UK immigration services, because it's illegal on the territory of the UK to provide UK immigration services without a license. Also, we are members of Investment Migration Council, which help us to provide immigration by investment services, and obviously our ICO it's supporting with the quality management system of the casework. Right, so it's critical licenses and regulations to manage the business correctly and to operate with to our clients. Our clients can reach us through the three different offices. They can schedule the consultation, they can attend the office, they can meet in person, and they can do or Zoom or WhatsApp call. We're based in London. I'm here in London today, and I'm responding to you from the London office. London office is the headquarters, so we provide the casework from the London office, and Moscow and Hong Kong office. Our private clients advisors based there, so you can reach Moscow office and Hong Kong office as well. Right? I hope if you have any questions, we're happy to support you. Yeah, otherwise, this video is a recording, so the recorded video will be distributed to the participants who couldn't attend. So because it's, as I said, it's different time zones, some people might not able to attend at the specific time. So, but it will be distributed. So, thank you for your attention. Thank you very much for attending the webinar. I hope it was quite fulfilling, and I hope we can help you with the support for sole representative visa. Thank you very much.